Morning. Well, I'm pouring down this hot coffee down my throat. Let's talk about the energy of November. What to expect so you can be prepared. And let me tell you this one, we ain't quite there yet, mate. So let's get into it. So what's going on? Where we are at? It is not a surprise that the planet is shifting into a new kind of alignment with the galaxy we are in. Normally we were in the position of the solar system, and now we are shifting into a galactic formation, which means it's like shitload of energy is pouring down onto the Earth magnetic field. Also, we have enormous amounts of very intense solar flares that is bombarding the Earth, and the Earth magnetic field is very, very thin. So what that means is that our nervous system is affected by this whole cosmic kind of reformation. And because of that, we will feel very, very, very uprooted. We're suddenly getting diagnosed with lots of things that we never knew we had. A lot of people, they struggle with lots of tiredness, fatigue, chronic fatigue. We can't get out of the bed in the morning. We don't feel we're getting enough things done. Or sudden physical illness and diseases are popping to the surface. We are having mental disorientation. Lots of emotional turbulences, emotional mood swings. One day we feel up, the other day we feel down. And then of course the things that are happening at an energetic level. Like the things that we were holding on to from our past, because of everybody has their own story, everybody has experienced trauma in their life, emotional abuse, emotional neglect. You know the story, you know the drill. So what will happen is that we have never looked into will pop to the surface. You ask for abundance, the universe gives you conflict, because that is really what we need to look into. We still live in the emotional dark ages. The subconscious minds of the unseen worlds that exist within us, the depth of the ocean that exists within us, the secrets of our psyche is now one by one popping to the surface like an air balloon that we're holding underneath the water, and you let it go, it popped to the surface in a very explosive way. And you notice it everywhere. Everybody has become very self-centered, like they somewhat feel like they are not living up to the expectations of the old world, the expectations of the system we were living in. And some people are literally in a survival state, having 2-3 different kind of jobs and barely getting by in lots of regions of the world. And then of course we have lots of other conflict in other regions of the world. Or people are having jobs and careers in fields that has absolutely zero interest of them, but yet they are there for the paycheck, looking for a false self of stability, and yet once again the instability and the insecurity will kick in, which can lead to underperforming within the role, which can lead to job loss, career changes, and everything basically that is not in alignment with your true soul calling, your true soul purpose of what it is that you were really meant to do here and be here and become here, will simply just fall away. It does not longer serve you, whether it be a job, career, relationships, but also we will see a lot of things on our health and wellness levels. So what to do? What to do is really like realizing that self-care ain't longer a luxury. It's an absolute necessity. If you do not commit to your self-care, you will hit a wall. Guarantee. Another thing is that a lot of people, they turn into solitude. What we see is like men going their own way, and women, they can't find a man because men are dealing with their own demons. They are fighting the battle that exists within them, which is fair enough. Because this is a process, this is a journey where lots of people are in solitude. They choose to live in a life of solitude, and that yes, there is a duality where we have moments of feeling lonely, isolated, and all of these things. And then there are moments where we find true strength within solitude, where we are doing the work, the inner work, dedicating yourself to your primary purpose in life, of that of self-actualization. Facing your inner demons, facing your fears, your anxieties and your insecurities and everything you had to deal with that had become part of your survival mechanism, your programming. So this is also the time to sit with it, to become aware of it, embrace it, accept it, and bring a level of understanding to your shadow aspect, so we can bring in more compassion to whatever it is that you have experienced. This is also the time to look into our ancestral lines, because another thing that's happening is that the timeline we were living in is kind of like coming to a stagnation. But at the same time, there are now also different states of consciousness that are fading into this old timeline, and that means is that our mind and spirits suddenly gets information or insight, intuitive psychic insights from different timelines within our human existence. Now, let it be part of the ancestral healing journey and ancestral development, where we can draw in, pull in strength that has been practiced and nurtured from our ancestors, that right now we kind of feel we have lost touch with our primal force energies that exist within us. So let me give you a quick personal example of how ancestral healing or past life regression could look like. I mean, in 2012 I had this internet affiliate marketing business going on, making 10-15,000 a month, and then one day later this whole business collapsed and I wasn't able to get any commissions out of it and all of that. But yet I woke up by moving into for business by myself after I read books like Rich Dad Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrant, Why We Want You to Be Rich, The Secret, Napoleon Hill and Think and Grow Rich, and all of these type of personal development books. And it was like a reminder that I received, a reminder like, you know what, I should not be at the left side of the cash flow quadrant. I need to go at the right side. I need to be a business owner and have a business system working for me instead of me working for the system of someone else. So that was like not something that I learned as a new thing. It was more like a reminder. After working that internet business for 2.5 years, I crashed down. I hit burnout and I lost it all. And then I suddenly start to feel very ashamed and guilty, and I wondered, where is that feeling coming from? And then I went into ancestral healing, past life regression, working with shamans, psychics, mediums, wondering, where the heck is this coming from? This can't be that, I can't be feeling that bad by just making a mistake. And then I figured that my surname Blommard originates from a merchant trader in the 17th century who stole a merchant ship from the Dutch East Indian Company in order to start his own trading routes and establish the West Indian Company trading routes between West Africa, South America, Central America, North America, trading diamonds, and helped to colonize Sweden in around the Delaware Hudson region. So I don't have to explain you that his business was not only trading in diamonds, because that was also of course part of where the slave trade and all of that was still like a thing. And of course like the colonization, where we basically, the Europeans killed animism in the Native American tribes. So that's one thing, like, hey, this is part that exists within us, and now's the time to start looking into that. Because eventually we are here to completely crystallize our true soul calling, is to bring forward. And that means is we are going through a time of lots of insecurity and instability and not knowing if what we are doing is the right thing to do, and when is it finally going to happen for us, when is it going to give us stability and independence and freedom and all of that, while still dealing with parts of the old self, the old world, dealing with, you know, whatever it is that you are currently dealing with. So this is kind of really what we are shifting into, and how more we align with that, align between the mind, the body, the spirit, then we will lift up our vibration and go into a state of divine manifestation. So this is currently where we are at. There is still lots to expect, and we are definitely not quite there yet. So be ready, be prepared, stay connected, stay grounded, get out more in nature, dedicate more to your health, your wellness, your fitness, your nutrition, build a stronger spiritual practice, and give yourself, of course, some time to relax so you can reflect, and that's how you can grow. Alright, just a quick update. Hopefully that's helpful, and I see you in one of my next videos. Take care for now.